Hello, we are about to begin our webinar. So welcome to today's webinar, Leverage Simple Tools to Drive Efficiency. Presenting today is Mr. Fabrice Roubaud, Global Network Director and our partner from Rutherford Industries of Graphics. I'm Ahmed Karanou, Digital Marketing Specialist in MIA, and I will be moderating today's webinar. So a few things before we can get started. If you can hear me, please raise your hand or leave a comment using the questions panel. Okay. Due to the number of people that may be attending today's webinar, we will keep everyone muted. If you have questions, please use the questions function on the GoToWebinar panel. Fabrice will have time to answer a couple at the end. If we don't have if we don't get to answer your questions, we will be following up. Finally, this webinar will be recorded and you will receive a link so that you can review the webinar at your convenience. And now I will be turning it over to Fabrice.
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, ladies. Pleased to be here with you today. Can everybody hear me clear and fine?
We can hear you.
Good. So let's go. Like Ahmad explained today, the purpose of this webinar is to think about the way to increase our press efficiency for offset presses. We mean by this all to decrease the waste of paper, all to decrease the waste of time, all to get a better accuracy and a better quality. We all know that it's achievable by working on preset and closed loop. The fact is, many of us already have some tools dedicated to preset and closed loop. The main point today is how can we achieve better result with what we already have on our press? Is it worth it? I just would like to remind you the cost of papers. Now we all see that price is increasing and is going to continue to increase. So right now, paper waste is a must. We must think about it and we must find a way to decrease it. We can go to this aim by using the right preset and closed loop optimization. So here is a summary of this webinar. We are going to see who has already worked on this stuff. What is the general situation in the printing industry? So you will see, guys, that you are not the only one facing many troubles. We're also going to see what we can fix with the right SIP3 or preset and the right closed loop system. Then we will going through what we should think about, meaning that you think you know a lot of things about preset and closed loop, but you may need to have some information about some technical point that will help you to get better result. At the end of the day, when we speak about better results, it's not only quality, colors, it's also about money. So what we are all looking for, I want a system that is going to pay back. I want my money back. That's what we call the return on investment criteria. Then we will go through some kind of measure device that you may think about just to upgrade your system. And we're going to go through some pictures of real installation according different world place, different brand of press and something like this. So just a fast introduction about Rutherford. Rutherford is working worldwide with X-Rite Pantone. It's our best partnership. We are here on the market since 20 years right now. Everything is designed by our team, so it's fully under control. And everything is about transparency and reactivity. We've got 4 offices everywhere in the world, USA, Canada, France, UK, and we are working also with a lot of local team that has been trained to offer the service. They are from X-Rite. And for sure, we are G7 and PSO certified because we are working worldwide. So we must be able to achieve the right standard for all the partners we are working with. So here are some examples of companies that has worked about the way to optimize their preset and closed loop. You probably know some of them. As you can see, they already have preset and closed loop system. Yes, for sure. We all have. But they wanted to achieve a better result comparing to what they have. So we've worked together with X-Rite, Pantone, and Rutherford and these companies to achieve better quality, better return on investment. You can see it's from global company, worldwide companies, and also family-owned company. So whatever is the size of the company, you've got a solution. You can fix your issues. Something important to see that it's not only for packaging. I know that so far today everyone is focusing on packaging, but remember, even if you're commercial, labor, or web press, you can achieve better quality and you can get a better result. And everything at the end is about money. Just remember this. We are also working for brand owners that love our system because they can achieve better quality and better reporting from ColorCert. So here is the kind of some examples. So it's from luxury, food, pharmaceutical, everything is here. So it's for packaging right now. So right now, let's go in the core problem. We are all facing in the offset industry issue with the color. Color might be inconsistent, switching from one standard to another. You cannot have the right things. Problem of accuracy. The color is not right. And it leads to job rejection because the color is bad and the client will refuse the print. That's bad. We also have some standardization issue. It means that you've got different model of press, you've got different system of press, so it's very, very difficult to achieve a good standardization of color. If you're printing on one press, the result is going to be drastically different on another press. So it means that you cannot standardize your prints, even if you're using the same brand of press, the system embed on your press may react different. And also remember, each press is reacting differently. An Heidelberg SM74 in Indonesia is not going to react the same way that an Heidelberg SM74 in Mexico. That is not going to react the same that an Heidelberg SM74 in Quebec City, in Montreal. So let's think about standardization. Next point is when you face issue, when your prints are not good, that's going to put the mess in your commitments to client, in your agenda. You need to reprint, you're wasting time, and it puts a lot of pressure on your team. Clients are unhappy, the truck is waiting in the backyard for your prints, but did you finish it? No. So every second, every minute is important at the end of the day. Also, remember, a customer is the guy who is going to help you to pay wages, paper, and everything. So it's difficult to get a new client, so you must keep it. That's why client satisfaction is very, very important. You cannot afford to lose a client because you're wasting time, you're wasting quality. That's not possible. And at the end of the day, remember, I'm really sorry to say this, we are all focusing on color accuracy, but at the end of the day, we are looking for profitability, because if you're doing the best print in the world and you're selling them and losing money, that's not good. So you must also find a solution to have a better profitability ratio and to increase your competitiveness. You want to do better than your competitor. I would also like to focus on what we call operational equipment efficiency. Here we are thinking about the time your press is printing to sell something to your client. It's something we can help you to think about and to qualify, because we find out that sometimes there might be a huge difference between what we think and what we can find in the press room. It's something very important because just an example, a few weeks ago, we've worked with a big packaging printer, and we find out that when they print 100 sheets, they are wasting 65 sheets average for bad close loop, bad preset, mistakes. So at the end of the day, to have a good vision or good understanding of how long your print is going so far is very important. I mean that your printing, is it working fine? Or do you have a real good ratio of views to sell? That's not good. So here is the bad news. So let's go for the good news. Here is what we can fix and what you can fix with a good preset and closed loop system. You can do better than what you already do. So it's a very good news. So you can make your faster make ready. So it means cheaper and with better profitability. You can increase your color accuracy from the first job to the last job, job after job, from the first print to the last print of your job. It's very important. And it means that the customer will be happy about it. It will have a good quality, it will have a good price, and you will respect the agenda and the schedule. You will increase also your machine efficiency. So you're going to print more to sell than just to print to prepare the sales. You're going to increase your profitability. You can also add some scoring solution that will help the client to understand that you are doing well and that you can do better than competitors. And you're going to be ready for the future, because we all know that future is coming fast and we need to be ready for action. You cannot wait for something up to coming back to you. No, you must be proactive and you must have a versatile system, meaning that it's something that can switch from one brand to another brand, that can adapt itself to extended gamut and to new way of working. That's what you must think about. So, okay, we've got the big picture, we've got the issues, we've got the solution, what we can fix. Here is some criteria to think about to identify the good preset and closed loop solution. First, we're speaking about compatibility with old brand or model of machine, old, new. We all know that our press park is mixing brand new presses, old presses, KBA, Heidelberg, Manroland, Komori, Mitsubishi, Akiyama. Yes, we are mixing them. It's just our history. But the thing is, we must be able to have a complete standardization of the tools, meaning that same way to check, same way to react, and same colors at the end of the day. So you must think about it. You must be able to share a job from one press to another without a drastic change of color. You don't want to waste time, you don't want to waste money just to fix or to get the right color. Something that is a little bit tricky, and many clients didn't get the point, and it's very important. If we're speaking about G7 and PSO, the standard here is using M0 on M1 measurement condition. Many press manufacturer systems are in M3. So it means that when you're checking the color with these systems, you've got a difference between the standard and the measure. That's not good. Okay, speaking about cost, the way to purchase and what you have to do. Remember, what is the cost of maintenance for a press manufacturer system? Is it easy to maintain? Do you need to stop production? Do you need to wait for weeks, someone to come to see what's going on? It's also part of what we call hidden cost. Okay, we are all focusing on the purchasing of the system, but at the end of the day, we must also think about maintenance, because if your system is very good at the beginning, is it going to be good in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? No. So you need to maintain it. What is the cost of maintenance? Is it easy to do? Do you need to call an engineer to come from somewhere in the world to do the job? Do you need to pay someone else to do the job? You need to think about it, because time is money. When you stuck, you cannot produce. So you need to do it better. Let's speak also about what we call implementation. You must be sure that the system you're going to implement is not going to change the hardware or software of your press. It must be plug and play. You don't want someone to do soldering inside your console because it's your tool of production. If something is broken in your console, you cannot work. So please check this. It must be plug and play to avoid installation issue. In the past, we've seen a plant with 2 Heidelberg and 1 KBA. And the solution was so difficult to implement that they need to solder a board inside the console, and they put the fire in the console. It was a nightmare. So please check this. It must be safe and fast to implement. You don't need to be stuck for months because no one is able to do it. No. The next point is it must be easy to use. We all know right now that it's very difficult to get a good press operator. So we need to do the job. Clients want a better quality, and we need to work. So the system must be easy to use. It must be easy to learn. It must be easy for everybody, for your press operator, because remember, if the system is difficult to use, it means waste of time. It means mistakes. It means people are going to be reluctant to use it, so the quality will not be here. Remember, make it easy. It's what we call push the green button. It must be very, very simple. We are speaking about future, remember? So you don't know what's going to happen for you tomorrow. You may need to purchase a new press, second-hand press, or brand new press. Okay, so you've paid for a system to optimize preset and closed loop. That's great. Can you put it on your new press? Check that you can switch your system from one press to another. It will make your life easier because the team will know how to use it. So it will keep your standard process under control. Also, here is more for packaging, but you have to think about it. When you're speaking about packaging and brands want you to respect the colors. They spend a lot of money to create a beautiful logo, to create a beautiful brochure box. They want you to respect it today, tomorrow, in 1 year, in 1 month, in 6 months, whatever. They want you to be able to do repeatable jobs. So you must have a solution that is going to update the curves reaction, the colors by itself. It's very important because clients, brand owners, just don't care about, oh, my press is getting older and older, so its reaction is changing, so it's normal to have a different color. No, they just want the same color and they do not care about your press. It's not their job. Also, remember, colors are tricky. So you need to be able to reach light density and pastel colors because it's very difficult to get. You may also need some special features like white underprint. It's very important, especially if you're printing on metallized foils. And you must be able to reprint the same job time after time. So think about it. Tomorrow, you will need to do the same thing than yesterday. Think about it and make it easy for you. From density to spectral, yes. Today, everything is under spectral. I know that LAB value might be a little bit tricky for some press operator, but it's not so difficult. So if you've got something that is automized and that is ready to make things easy for your press operator, it's easy switched. So don't be stressed about it. Everything is under spectral today. It's going to work fine for everybody. Next point I would like to speak about is automation and standardization. Remember, you want to print the same thing always during the job and for the next job. How can you achieve this if you're not able to update your curves? It's very important. And everything must be done automatically because you don't want to pay someone to update all the curves all the time. It must be fully automatic. That's very important. Then you need also to think about scoring or reports. Your clients want to be sure that you're producing the right colors, the right quality, and they love numbers. Make your life easier. Just think about software that can help you. ColorCert is ready to use for this, and you can reach PSO or G7 standard. Okay, I know you think, oh, it's for my client. Is it important? Yes, because clients want to be reassured about your capability to reach their logo colors, to respect their design. And for this, if you can show them your ColorCert spreadsheet, they will be reassured about it. Just think about it. Okay, let's continue about more technical stuff. You may have some ERP system that you want to have automatically upload information. Think about it. You also may want to have a centralized database between your different press, your different plants. So it will make your life easier. You're going to have one server and each press can upload the right color from this server. So it's not in each press, it's centralized. So it's an easier color control, it's an easier process control. Make your life standardized is very important. And also just think about the local support team. It's important for you to have someone that is available during day, during night. So just think about it. You may have night shift, morning shift, day shift. So if something wrong, you must have someone to help you. Let's go now on all the things are working. You may already know it, but it's always important to fix the big picture that we're speaking about. So on the left side, you've got the preset. It means I've received the file from my clients, I double check everything, I prepared everything, and I've done a file that will be sent to the press so that they can print. So here, the main key is to be able to offer the right setting for the press that is going to do the prints. So today we are all working with international standards, so CIP3 file, TIFF file, PPF file, CIP4, whatever you're using. It's an international standard, so it will always be the same everywhere in the world, but each press is reacting differently. So the tricky point here is how could I upgrade, update, pimp my file, my prepress file, to make it very well adapted to the press that I'm going to use. I'm going to use my KBA number 3. I'm going to use my Heidelberg number 2. They are not reacting the same. So how could I be sure that my preset file is going to be perfectly fitted for my press? It's what we call preset or make ready. So when your file is perfect, it's time for production. Production, we are speaking about closed loop. It means that you're going to take a sheet measuring and update the inky so that you keep color under control during the job, from the first sheet to the last sheet of the job. So here is the way to maintain the color target during the run and to be sure about the quality and the spec your clients are looking for. Here is something that is tricky. It's very important to understand this. Today on the market, all the solutions, except Rutherford solution, are using the concept of a single inky curve for every unit. It means that every inky is going to receive in the same unit exactly the same curve. But does every inky reacting the same? Not sure. We all know that every inky is reacting differently. So here's the point is to find a system that can manage inkies individually and can create optimized curve for every inky independently. It must be taking care of the unit, the key, the substrate, the kind of ink, the speed of the doctor, the wear of the press, the roll, the blanket, the inky's reaction, everything. It must be updated automatically because you don't want to do it manually. It's going to be a long time to do this. So think about it, individual, but really individual inky curves. Then you may also use what we call spot colors or Pantone colors. You need also to have the capability to have a better accuracy with these inks. It's very important. We also speak about extended color gamut. The system must be compatible with this. I know that some clients are some issue to manage this, and we help them to fix this thanks to the individual inky curves, because in this case, we can take care about the exact color for each unit, and it works fine. So here is the importance of the optimized inky curves. Maybe my speech is not so good, so like we said, some images are better than the long speech. So here is your target. You want to reach this image. Here it's a gray square. So we've got the same targets on the left, so all the solution, on the right, the Rutherford solution. So same target. Here is what you're going to receive from the prepress. On the left, you're going to see, you can see, sorry, that each inky has received the same inky curve because inky curve is dedicated to this unit. Okay. But look at the right now. You can see that with the individual key features from Rutherford, every inky is going to receive its own individual inky curve because, you know, inky number 4 is stiffer, more difficult to open than inky number 6, 10, 11. So they shouldn't receive the same inky curve. You must update them from the preset. If you do not, here is what's going to happen. So it means that with a normal system, you're going to receive this picture. That's not what you want. So to fix the different shade of gray, your press operator will need to use his finger. And to use your finger means that you must reset inky number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the cyan unit, do the same thing on the black unit, do the same thing on the spot colors unit. You need to do it manually for all the inkies of all the units. That's going to take time. Time is money, and also the press is printing during this time, so you're wasting paper. By using Rutherford system, you have the right colors from the very beginning because it's a system that is working like this. And here with the Rutherford system, your preset is good at 93%. So it means that you can get just in one pool, you've got the right settings and you're ready for production. It's very important. It's sellable from the first pool. And here you don't need to play the piano with your fingers to set up every ink keys. It's done automatically. Just push the green button. Here it is. Here is an example of what you can find by using Rutherford. So each cross, red cross, is a job, and all the lines are the ink curves. Rutherford, you can see how many blue curves you have. It's the way our system is working. So each ink key is receiving its own curve so that it can be very accurate for preset and for closed loop. It's very important. Other system right now from press manufacturer or whoever, they're using the single ink key concept per unit. That's it. So you can see all these ink curves are going to be managed automatically by the Rutherford X-Rite system so that you're very accurate and you don't need to waste time and money to update the curve. The system will stay accurate time after time, after 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, because everything is done automatically. That's very important to make your maintenance life easier. And remember, if you've got a 6-color press with 34 keys using, for example, 4 different substrates, it's 544 inky curves that are going to be created by the Rutherford system automatically. You don't need to do it manually. Okay, so let's have a look at a short video to show you how easy to use is it. It's very simple and it's done, everything is done within a few seconds. So let's think about it. You will see the counter of the video. So it's very, very fast.
How it works. Simply touch the Preset button. Then scan your job on the camera. It's loaded automatically. Go ahead and inspect your job. Then touch Use Job and select the type of paper. Then click on Loop to select the IntelliTrax template. Just follow the green button. The ink keys are set automatically. The preset is done. Now touch Measure. The IntelliTrax vacuum maintains the sheet on the black rail. The head follows the color bar automatically. And look how cool! The Rutherford closed-loop software moves the ink keys to maintain color correction. Finally, touch Yes. Closed loop is done. You are ready to run safely.
So as you see, very easy to use, fast to use, and just push the green button, you know. So like we explained, we don't want press operator to waste time to go through multiple menu. So here you've seen in a 1-minute video, preset, make ready, plus a 1-sheet measure with the IntelliTrax. Very fast, accurate, fully automatic. It's done, just go for something else. You don't want to waste your time. You don't want your press operator to waste your time. Okay, I'm chatting, sorry for this, but here is another chat from one client that is working for some picky brands, is doing also commercial. You will see that you can go from multiple different point of view that will help you to understand why it's important to find the proper preset, make ready, and closed loop solution for you.
Graphic Service is the printing company. We do digital, but mostly offset, litho printing. Our customers have many origins. Monegasque administration, a lot. We work, of course, for the palace, for luxury brands like Rolls-Royce, McLaren. We do all their invitations and also the brochures. Pretty much all the magazines of Monaco, like Forbes Monaco, Hello Monaco, Monaco Hebdo, Monaco Monsieur. They trust us. They've been really long relationship customers. It's more like a partnership than customers only. As we have really high quality customers demanding on the quality and also the time of production, we had to invest on the IntelliTracks. We are really happy about it. Now we are really quick on getting to the right colors. So that's really a proof of quality to our customers. And when they come and see all the automatization, they're really impressed about it. We saved on time for getting the right inkage. We saved on paper, of course. We order less paper because we have less loss. Compared to other printers, we have short runs. We are able to produce more in one day. So that's really a good point.
Since the beginning, we've been partnering with David, and it's been a fantastic pleasure since GS has the quality and all the same philosophy that we do. Also the layout, it's very technical because we're a mirror of the Forbes USA, the Forbes media, and this GS does fantastically well. It paid off because the partnership is already a long one and will continue for many, many years to come.
So, as you saw, less waste of paper, faster make ready, more jobs per day, happy client, quality, efficiency. So it's a win-win approach for you, and your system must be a win-win approach. You don't want to invest 200,000 US dollar or euros or whatever the currency you're using in a system that is difficult to use, expensive to maintain, and not accurate through time. Just think about it. You were using your system for tomorrow. So let's think about it. Okay, we already spoke about it. Here you need also to think about standardization. And here we're speaking about process and standardization of process. So you must look for a universal system that Yes, can you hear me, guys? Okay, so you must look for a universal system that will help you to standardize your process across the plants, across the different brand of press you're using. So you must have a solution that will adapt the make-ready files, the pre-press file, to each individual press. So you may use a KB here, you may use a Man Roland, you may use a Comary. You just want to print the same sheet of paper. So you must find a universal system that will be able to offer you a comparative measure. So if I'm doing a measure on my Heidelberg, a measure on my KBA, a measure on my Mitsubishi or Komori, I want to be able to compare this because the color should be the same. It's very important for all standardization process, G7 PSO, but also for you guys, because it will help you to decrease your waste of time of paper, to try to reach the same print, the same color through your different press or your different plants. It must be also able to use any workflow. So could be TIFF, PPF, CIP3, CIP4. You must be able to use it. So just think about it. This solution should be universal. So you can connect all press and you can use exactly the same tools so that you can compare the results across your different press. Okay, just have a look of what is in the box. It's very easy. We are just working about ready-to-use solution. Remember the plug and play? It's very important. The solution must be a kind of all-inclusive and ready-to-install solution. You don't want to manage a computer from your side. You don't want to manage a warranty from your side. No, the system must be easy to use, but also easy to maintain and to manage. So just think about it. You're going to receive a ready-to-use solution with all-inclusive, so PC, console validation ready for action, console, PUPI, blue box, everything is in the box, so you don't have to order anything from your side, and everything is under control by X-Rite and Rutherford. So we were speaking about the standardization of measure, remember? Here are different solutions that are available to make your life easier. So on the left side, you can find the IntelliTrax 2. It's a kind of Rolls-Royce. There is no such a solution on the market. If the best solution available on the market, you can use a 2mm color strip. It's very fast. You saw it work on the video when we show you the different preset and closed-loop solution. Very fast, very accurate, very good solution, all Pantone inclusive. You also have what we call the Exact. It's a manual device that you can use to check your colors, color strip, or colors inside the print. It's very easy to use. You don't need to scroll multiple menu, very fast, very easy. Also, you can compare the measure from IntelliTrax to Exact. And you can also compare to Exact AutoScan. Exact AutoScan is a very versatile solution with a rail to make automatic measure, but you can also use it as a manual measure device. So it's an Exact with automized rail. So you can see you've got from a fully automatic solution, the IntelliTrax, to Exact AutoScan. So you can do it manually and you can also do it automatically, and then a fully manual solution. All this technology are going to give you the same measure, so you can compare each measuring device by itself or compare to another X-Rite element. It's very easy to install, very easy to use, very tough stuff, very short maintenance, very nice to use. It's best deal for us. Here is a kind of example of installation. So remember, it must be easy to install because you don't want to do soldering, you don't want to remove a board from your console. Your console is your production tool. No console, no production, no money. So it must be very easy and very safe to install. So here is a kind of example of installation. So you can see on the top the IntelliTrax, so the measure device. You can see the gentleman is touching a touchscreen here. So it's an industrial touchscreen ready for industrial environment. And we also had a arm so that you don't need to take space on a table or on the console. It's all about ergonomic. Ergonomic is important because it's going to help your team to produce better. And what you're going to install? Just have a look on the right picture. You've got the blue box. You've got cables to connect from the console to the blue box, from the pre-press to the blue box, and it's done. So it's very easy to install. It's very safe to install. And that's also why you can remove it and install it on another press. That's as easy as this. Very easy to install, very fast to install, and very easy to use. Well, just a short focus on the IntelliTrax 2. I've already spoken about it. So full spectral, full Pantone. Something that is very interesting is also the best match function, just to check that you can reach the right target with the embed colors, because it's a waste of time to try to reach the color if it's not possible with the embed ink. So you're going to go faster and better. You also got the auto tracking of the color bar. Remember, I told you it can be a 2mm color strip. So your system must be fully automated to be able to keep the track of the 2mm color strip. IntelliTracks can do it. And remember, smaller color bar mean smaller sheet of paper, so smaller cost. This is a Rolls-Royce fully automatic. The X-Acto scan, so like the IntelliTracks, spectral, Pantone, best match function, and it's can use, well, it's less automatic because it's a mix of manual and automated system, but it works fine, and you can get all the interesting stuff for measuring automatically your color strip. You've got a laser beam alignment, very easy to use, very versatile. Like usual, you've got all the different measuring condition, M0, M1, it's that standard for G7 and PSO, but also M3. And the menu is very easy to use. You don't need to scroll around all the stuff now very fast. You must go like this. Okay, gentlemen and lady, here is a money time. Remember, okay, we want to be accurate, we want to have the good quality, but at the end of the day, you want to earn more money. So here is a reproduction of the average time for a return on investment for the X-Rite Rutherford solution. So you can see the system will self-finance itself within 3 or 4 months. So for the web press, for example, in 4 months, the system is fully paid, and then you're going to keep all the money in your pocket. For packaging, it will be around 6 to 7 months. It's fully paid. Then you've got all the money just for you. For commercial, it's longer because the paper is less expensive, the quality is a little bit smaller. But here is the point. You must find an investment that will pay for itself and that will bring you more money than previously. Here I mean that Rutherford X-Rite can find a solution for you to do better than your actual system. According to our data from clients, we can do better from 30 to 60% for make ready and closed loop compared to the previous solution. So you already have a solution. That's great, because it means you know what is the purpose of preset and closed loop. You know it's important. But how can you do better? Here is a point. We are here to help to find a solution to make it better. Always better, and you must be ready to go for the next step. And you don't need to purchase a brand new press. You can do it with what you already have in your plant. What we're going to propose to you, it's up to you, just to think with you about numbers from the press room. So what we could propose you is just to share with us small information about your numbers. And then we can do statistic analysis, we can do more data so that we can debrief you about your waste of time, operational equipment efficiency, and all the stuff you may need. It's very important because time to time you may find a huge gap between what is your feeling, what are the numbers you get from the press room, and what are the numbers from the press itself. So here is a fact. We are just going to check numbers from the press. That's not going to be numbers from X-Rite. That's not going to be numbers from Rutherford. That's going to be numbers from your press. And just with this, we can do a free analysis for you, just to have the good pictures of what we can do for you, or we can improve the system for you. Because to be honest with you, if you're not going to earn more money, what's the point to increase your system? No. So we want to prove you that you can do better with your system. Something that is beginning to be important, especially for packaging printers, many brands are focusing on green communication. We mean that they're going to ask you to prove or to give them some numbers to show that you are part of their green commitment. So it's something that we are managing for many clients across the world. So just to explain them, just preparing some slide for the client to explain, hey guys, I'm using X-Rite Rutherford, so I'm going to save 3,000 trees per year. I'm going to save substrate. I'm going to offer a better working condition to my team. This kind of things. We can help you to achieve a better standard here. It's very important now for communication, especially. Here are some pictures of system across the world from different brand of press, old press, new press. You will see that the organization is always the same. So you've got a measure device from X-Rite. So here is IntelliTrax. You've got the touch screen, sorry, on the left of the pictures. And it's always working the same. Another company, so you can see the measuring device at the top of the console. It could be also at the bottom, the touch screen on the left. We don't remove anything from the press, so the press is still in the same condition. Nothing has been changed. So the ergonomic is always the same. Could be old press, new press, like I said. So another example. It can be web presses also for labor, packaging, no problem. German brand, Japanese brand, nothing impossible for us. What we are just doing, we just need what we call a console validation. It's just a few pictures to send us, and you can use our website because we have a lot of information on our website, rutherford.fr. Then you can find a console validation platform. So you just upload the pictures and we can check if we can connect it or not. So you will have the answer very fast. Remember the numbers? You may also think about a pre-audit about your numbers. This point is we are here to help you to increase your efficiency, and we want to be sure that we will do. So we will do a fast pre-audit for you. We are going to share with you a spreadsheet that you just need to fulfill a few numbers, and then we will get the real pictures of what's going on with your system and how we can upgrade it and make it working better. It's a kind of before and after audit so that you can see what is the real efficiency of the system. We want you to get the best solution to make it better and more efficient. That's it. Here are some examples of some client with some numbers. This client is a full Heidelberg client, and he has issues to standardize the results between the different press he had, and Heidelberg cannot offer a proper solution. So we work with them, X-Rite met them, and we set up a complete solution for them so that they can share the jobs between the different press with the same print at the end. So they're fully Heidelberg and fully X-Rite and Rutherford. And they decrease their waste of paper by 40% compared to the solution they had. Another client that is commercial printers. So their issue was they want to switch from density to spectral. They feel that it might be touchy for the press operators, so they were looking for something easy to use and able to improve the quality and to reduce the make ready. So we've worked with them, and at the end of the day, they diminished their make ready waste by 60%. And also they were able to have a better control of the difference between digital and offset presses. One more example, here is a TNN printing. Their point is they're doing a lot of short runs every day. They were looking to diminish the time for make ready and diminish the waste for make ready. So we've worked on a solution with them. We completely install a full system to link preset and closed loop so that the closed loop will update the preset curves automatically. It's the way we are working. Then now they diminish the waste by 60%, 66%, sorry. So as you know, today, price of paper, price of substrate is increasing a lot. It's difficult to find paper. So you must preserve, you must save paper to keep your cost under control and to be able to continue to produce. So, okay, let's find a solution that is budget friendly. So we're speaking about a return on investment and also decreasing your cost and need of paper so that you can produce with less paper. Also, budget friendly means that you may need to look for a leasing solution. It is available from your X-Rite team. Just keep in touch with your X-Rite sales rep so he can give you some advice about it and see how to manage it. So there is always a solution for you. Here is a kind of budget so you can find a complete solution. If you already have an X-Rite measure device, so you can think about the IntelliPress 2. So the price is from 14,000 euros, and the return investment is average 5 months. And you can see some numbers here. So average cash flow per year is 37. So that's good. IntelliPack is a packaging solution with more feature, with a better accuracy, and all pattern include, extended gamut, and so on. So here the price is 34,000, and the return investment is 4 months, and the average cash flow per year is 100,000 euros. So you can say it's a good investment because you're going to earn more money. And now let's imagine that you also need a good measure device to standardize all your process. That's the same point. So here the price will be from 27,000, and you will have a return investment in 11 months. This configuration in IntelliPress 2 and X-Acto scan is for a small commercial press. You also may find our IntelliPress 2 and IntelliTrax 2 solution. It's for mid-size press because the IntelliTrax 2 will help you to track the color strip. So when you've got a large size press, it's very important to make things easier for everybody. That's going to be from 35,000 euros per system, and the return investment will be around 7 to 11 months, depending your activity and the cost of substrate. So if it's packaging, that's not going to be the same thing than a commercial. And the last solution is the packaging solution. So you've got everything at the top. Here, the cost will be from 54,000, and the return investment will be 6 to 7 months. And the cash flow for you is going to be more than 100 per year, depending your workflow, depending your substrate on the number of jobs, but that's good. Maybe you're going to be shy. So here are some questions we are facing when speaking about solution with our clients and partners. The first thing, okay, a press is expensive. A press is my tool for production. So is it safe to connect your system to my press? Yes, it is. It's plug and play. You don't need to do any soldering or modification of the system. Installation is done within a day. The training is done within 2 days, depending on the teams. But it's very fast, very easy. You don't need to stop to produce for days. No, we will adapt our training session to your agenda. Our job is to make your life easier. We don't want to bother you. We don't want you to stop to work. We don't want you to organize huge stop of production. No, we can do it in a few hours, in a few minutes, depending the model of press, but it's very easy. You may also heard that, oh, what about the warranty for my machine? I don't want to lose my warranty. It's brand new press. Remember, the system is plug and play. You don't need to change anything in your press. We are not going to change the card. We are not going to remove something. It's just plug and play. So for your console, it's just a change of data that is entering. Remember, we are going to connect a cable from prepress to the blue box and blue box to your console. So for your console, it's just data that are coming from somewhere else, from the blue box, but it's nothing else. And then it will adapt its setting to the data from the Rutherford system. That's it. For the IntelliTrack, the exact Toscan or exact from X-Rite, that's the same thing. We just install it on the console itself, so you don't need to do some special stuff here. And then you've got a wire to connect to the console, and it's done. Very easy. And remember, our system is always can be bypassed. It means that you can continue to work old school like before if you want. It's your choice. You can use our system or you can use the previous system. It can be bypassed because we want you to have all the solution available so that you can make your own choice. Next step is operators. Do you think my team and operator can manage it? They are not comfortable with Spectral, they are brand new, they don't have a lot of experience, whatever. Yes, remember the videos? It shows you that it's very easy to use. Just remember, you've got what we call the push the green button concept. You push the green button, everything is done automatically. Just check the paper, check the colors, it's done. It's very easy. One of our clients gave us some numbers to say that he compared the result between experience and brand new press operator. And he found out that with this system from Rutherford and X-Rite, a brand new operator can increase his production capability by 20%. So it can do as good as an experienced press operator. That's huge. Another thing is, oh, I've got an old CTP. I don't have CIP3 file. That's not a problem. We can use TIFF 1-bit, CP34, PPF file. So far, there is always a solution for you available. You don't need to reinvest a huge amount of money to update the whole system. No, we can use what you're already using. Make it simple for you. That's the main point. Make more, have a better quality, make more money, make it simple. I think here are the 3 main points to remember about upgrading and having a better preset and make ready. Well, thanks for listening to me. I hope it was not too boring. And I will switch off and just be ready for question for you.
Thank you, Fabrice, for the presentation. I'd like to have a question ready for you. One question I had as to what's the cost of repairs, calibrating and maintaining? What could be the cost there?
You can go for, well, I'm not going to speak for X-Rite, but you can have a warranty extension. That's going to be something like 2,000 per euro, and you've got the same thing for Rutherford. So compared to a 20,000 euros per year for press manufacturer maintenance, that's very cheap. But here I will say, let's have a chat with your X-Rite sales team so they can find what is your system and what is the price for you. And remember, you also have a 1-year complete warranty and everything is included in this case. So remember, make it easier for you.
Thank you, Fabrice. Are there current questions that could be asked? All right. So since we've had this webinar to be scheduled for 1 hour, I believe this would be the last question we have, and this marks the end of our webinar. Again, we will be following up if we didn't get to your question, and please, if you do have a question, do not hesitate to reach out. You will receive an email with the link of the recording of this webinar. Thank you for joining and have a great day.
Thank you, Ahmad. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.